All right, guys, this is a frequency control show. We're back here. Made it earlier than we have been lately, so 8:36. Normally, we take about an hour to chop it up, but Will doesn't want to lose that enthusiasm, trying to repeat the same exciting stuff over again, which is tough because then it's almost like you're acting the second time. So, with no further ado, we have William
What
Stride.
up? So yeah, I was just getting into the just talking in the beginning here to Robert a little bit just about what would be last couple episodes been about the burning desire. We had that new, it seems like weekly now. It's more like what's happening now because it's been over it's been exactly 1 month, a year and a half that we've been doing these episodes, minus maybe a week here. I missed two episodes personally. But it's been um, a year and a half, and that we've been cranking. See, I already forgot now. So what would be the happiest? What would be? Oh yeah, the burning desire. Oh yes, we've been doing all these shows and we've been cranking out, just talking about all the kind of knowledge we've been learning about and the techniques that we've been learning about. And it seems like now, after a year and a half of doing these shows, it's like now we're at a place where we are really implementing, and we're talking kind of what's happened on a weekly basis, and you're going to start seeing the changes now, as now we're changing with the information and the show's starting to evolve to directly what's going on in our lives compared to all the knowledge and techniques we've been talking about this whole time. So anyways, so we've been talking about burning desire the past couple of episodes, our shows. And I was just thinking this week now, right, is what would be the most happiest place? Like, what would help us, what would be the most happiest place to be in our thinking? And to me, it would be like feeling like we've already achieved our chief aims, right? Our goals. Like the happiest place would feel like we already achieved it, right? So I started taking a look. How do you get there? How do you get to the point to where you feel like you've already achieved your dreams? And this is why it's so important to clearly define what you want, and then take the time to get in tune with your path. You're going to have to just take some action, and you don't even know if it's the right action or not, but you will. And I'm about to break that down. So, like for myself, here I am, you know, really getting a burning desire for what I want. And I'm thinking about it all the time, trying to get it to soak into my subconscious mind, right? So it triggers infinite intelligence, the opportunity, and the how I'm going to achieve it is, uncontrollable action, right? And here I and then I started really getting in tune with our timeline. And then all of the signs that I can see from really getting this burning desire and dialing the thinking in has all been geared towards continue writing, you know. And then I have a conversation with Robert, and he's like, "Man, you already put a book out and didn't do anything with it." And these are the things where, like, I already took the action. Like, I'm almost feeling like the future is pulling us. Like, I'm starting to feel like it's here I am looking for a burning desire, and I realized I already had, because when I wrote this book, and this is book, you're talking like 2 years ago, and I had an uncontrollable desire to finish this book. I was in between places. I was not in a very good spot, and nothing mattered. I just had to finish this book. I had an uncontrollable desire to finish it 2 years ago. So it's like my timeline, my timeline, I'm so far behind what my timeline is trying to show me because I'm not paying attention to the signs well enough and dissecting them. I'm just kind of going through life, utilizing tools and then waiting for the signs, not even realize I had the sign 2 years ago. I just never did anything with it. But I already had it's like my subconscious already triggered that uncontrollable action 2 years ago, and I don't even realize it until I didn't even know I wanted to be a best-selling author. You know, I didn't even know that's what I wanted. But yet, my path is leading towards me being a best-selling author to be able to get the first leg of what I want. And all my burning desire and all of my obsession with my thinking, you know, is all leading me to writing and then having conversations with Rob. Hey, you know, the way he is it's straightforward. There's no sugarcoat, right? But it's always the truth. So, you know, I always pay attention. So, but it's like, yeah, you already put out a book and didn't do nothing with it. And it's true. I did maybe a couple posts. That's it. I didn't give it its due justice. So now it's like I already took that uncontrollable action. So now if I took the time to launch it properly and given it the proper opportunity to succeed for me, what I've already had the burning desire to finish. And then here I am doing all of these other things, the frequency control show, the daily takeoff checklist. And this is where I started to really think about the timeline. Like, I haven't even seen the results of the action I've already took 2 years ago. And here I am 2 years later doing all these other things. Then I took a step back, like, man, these things I'm doing, it's like this Instagram posting and these videos and the marketing that needs to be implemented to get more people to check out what we're doing and this information that's going to take time. So I'm thinking, how is that going to get me where I want to be tomorrow? And then we got this burning desire stuff, and I did it 2 years ago. So it's like I'm 2 years behind what God and the universe are trying to show me I need to do now. It's 2 years, you know. I haven't even seen the results of that action 2 years ago. Now you fast forward, like, okay, I do that. I launch this, right? You know what I mean? Now I have this. This book that is put out in a way it's put out in a way where it's uncontrollable value, right? And that, you know, and I really feel like, you know, I've already done it. So it's like that has to be the how. I already did it. And everything I'm leading to is writing, and I already wrote one. So use that, put it out, right, and then give it the opportunity to see what it could do for myself and start opening the doors. Now you're looking at, you know, possibly that drawing people looking at the book. Oh, what else is he into? And this, oh, frequency, oh, energy, what's all this? Now you got people looking at the show. This is just, you know, who knows? This is just how just some epiphanies, just me breaking stuff down mentally, because it's kind of what I do. Obsessed with it, right? You know, and just seeing, you know, how in the timeline, you know, seeing the success of that burning desire I had to finish 2 years ago, and then being able to use that now and being able to draw attention to the show and the daily takeoff checklist and the mindset action book, and then this comic book. Now those actions that I'm taking now will give me those benefits later. I haven't even reached the benefit of the book yet. And now when I do that, all of a sudden now all the stuff I'm doing now, I see the results of the action. Like, okay, so like for example, like Robert, like I was gonna tell you, like, feeling like you've already achieved it, like when they got that artist in the studio. I forgot who you mentioned those homies had in the studio. And you're that close to the opportunity that you couldn't see, right? Like it's already done. You've already achieved it. Not to mention, you met those guys at Goodwill doing your eBay stuff. It's already done. You've already achieved it, right? Because how could those just be just the timelines? And I'm not even sure that you've seen the full results of everything you had to do in that burning desire to get you to a music mogul skill level. You know what I mean? All that time and you put it in that burning desire to just make the beats and get good at your craft and hone in on your stuff and have the confidence to even mess with Snoop and them, and you know what I mean? At that time, man, I just feel like you might not even have seen the results of those yet, and that opportunity, like the opportunity is so close with having, homie in the studio recording with those guys, right? So close, and then I'm just making this up, right? This is just what I just envisioning stuff, right? And then I can, see like, how that opportunity comes, and now you need to step away from some of this stuff so you can free yourself up to put more effort towards that. Now everything you're doing now backs up all that financial stuff you need. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I've just kind of just had some epiphanies myself, just kind of really taking a look at the timeline and the events and the action that we've taken. I mean, we haven't even realized, we've had this conversation before, not exactly like this, but realizing that the actions we've taken so long ago are now benefiting what we're doing. Like, you can see why you took that action, because now it's